10 pretzels in there, right?
$25, dude.
They have security tags on the steaks.
One thing of chips is $5.50.
So I'm in the meat department here in Publix, but I'm a little astounded. 1 pound, look, 1 pound of meat, almost $13.
Lemons, 64 cents each for one lemon is actually 64 cents. That is very, very expensive. Wait, each bell pepper now is $1.25. And she was like, look how small they are. I mean, these prices are going through the roof. Look, watermelon, $9.42 each. That's usually a wintertime price. But everything is truly going up.
The grocery prices are going up, but the salaries aren't. So we say that something's gotta give. And now apparently tomatoes have become a grocery store delicacy.
One item you might notice you're paying more for at the grocery store, tomatoes. According to the new inflation report, the price of tomatoes is going up faster than any other food group. Tomatoes surged 23% compared to a year ago, while overall groceries are up about 2%. On average, a pound of fresh tomatoes will cost you about $2.26. It's the highest in 8 years. Tariffs being blamed for the rising costs.
At Coles, the cheapest tomatoes this week are $10.90 per kilo. Woolies and Aldi have some slightly cheaper versions, but they're not the quality you're used to. Other shortages, beetroot and potatoes. Now, beetroot's a bit of a mystery. Our fruit and veg expert wasn't able to explain that one. He felt maybe they didn't plant enough or there's some transport issues. But potatoes had a terrible 2025 season, especially the washed varieties. You're going to find that they're a little bit expensive throughout the year.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
How are so many of these shortages even possible? There needs to be a shortage on shortages. Now, according to this guy, some things might actually be cheaper in the USA compared to our neighbors.
All right, explain this. Come here. When we're looking at the beef here in Canada, for 450 grams, it is $9. And in the USA, the price is, for basically the same size, which is just over 450 grams, is $8.73 USD, which when converted into Canadian is about $12. So here in the USA, it's actually $3 more versus the $9 in Canada, which is about 30% cheaper in Canada. So this is a win for Canada.
How? Hold on, bro. How?
A lot of people say it's really expensive to eat healthy. And this month, we've been doing a fitness challenge and we haven't eaten out at all. Let's see how much we spent on the previous months versus this month. What's the total for January?
$1,516. Not bad.
February?
$1,673.
That is from San Diego. What about March?
$1,963.
That's actually insane. I think we really let loose in March. We ate out a lot.
3 times.
It's not 3 times. It was more than that. We went to a lot of places. Okay, we're getting off tangent.
Okay.
April.
$1,437.
We had very specific fitness goals and we ate a lot of protein.
But you have to cook everything from scratch. Yeah.
Do you think it was worth it?
Yeah, I feel better.
Same.
It's sort of like eating healthy is basically another rent payment now. Not even a car payment anymore. And now a lot of customers are getting hit real hard on the essentials.
Hey, Lord, come on, God.
Would you pay $60 for one steak? I know last year I wouldn't.
Please help me understand, when was a box of cereal $9.29?
$33 for toilet paper? We can't even afford to.
There's no way that a bag of Tostitos are $6. Oh, 2 for $8. Ooh.
This is crazy. $9.49 for garlic powder.
Just look at what I got for $100 freaking.
Guys, I have never seen this before. They have security tags on the steaks, bro.
30 packs of Coke are now $50. Or you can get a 24-pack for $24.75.
$6.15 for a half a pound of Greek hot sweet peppers. What the hell?
In 2022, I spent on average $333 on groceries. In 2023, I spent on average $440 on groceries. Then in 2024, it went down and I spent $362 on groceries. In 2025, it went down again and it was $357 on average. And so far in 2026, it's been $462. But looking at it from 2022, my spending has gone up around 40%, which is a little bit alarming. But again, the cost of food has just like really increased. If you know how much you spend on average on groceries, let me know in the comments. I feel like even though it has increased for me, I still feel like I'm doing a really good job, especially considering some of the prices that we're seeing at the store these days.
Now, mind you, she is someone who is careful with her money, yet these inflated prices still find their way to be a problem. And we could just imagine how the average Joe might feel. Plus, even the gym goers who try to stay in shape are a hit too.
Groceries are seriously getting out of hand. 26 grams of protein. I think it was like $5, but I don't know why I'm spending so much on groceries. Like 26 grams of protein, 5 grams of sugar. That's a lot. I'm actually paying for sugar at this point. I just don't know. It's interesting. Someone's got to fix the economy, am I right?
Spokane, Washington, local truck stop out in the valley. What the
And not just the gas, the box of tomatoes, what the 75?
There's no reason for foil to be this expensive. This is at Sam's Club. No damn reason for this.
$9.49 for Raisin Bran or $9.99.
$12 for some ground beef. This is insane. This is $10 for a case of Gatorade.
Yo, why is Kool-Aid 50 cents? 2 for $1?
Yo, Walmart, word to my mother. $32 though? So one thing of chips is $5.50? A small little bag like this?
Can somebody tell me why these chicken wings $30.80 for 10 of them? I might as well go to a restaurant.
She's definitely right about that. There's a certain point where the price of groceries gets so high that you shouldn't even bother cooking anymore. Now, when you think you'd find a bargain on groceries in a place like Mexico, think again.
I'm at a grocery store in Mexico City, so let's see how the prices compare to grocery prices in Canada. Protein powder is $144 Canadian. 0.63 kilograms of ground beef, $6.93. So $1 Canadian dollar is 12.63 Mexican pesos. These 2 chicken breasts are $11.40 Canadian. One thing I've noticed versus Canada is that the portion sizes are a lot smaller. I'm not kidding when I say that these are some of the biggest watermelons I've ever seen in my life. This basic whole wheat bread is $5.03 Canadian. Mango is $3.63. Have them on the open shelf. And a 12-pack like this, which is the cheapest on the shelf, is about $2.75. One thing I just found that's very different is this tahini is 253 pesos, which is actually $20 Canadian. This coconut cream is even more expensive than in Costa Rica. It is $10 Canadian. In Canada, it's probably about $2. Take a quick guess how much this bag of chips is. $8, yeah. We've agreed that it would be about $8 in Canada. I'm just getting ingredients to make a fruit salad, so let's see. So I got 5 pieces of fruit for $21.47 Canadian. What are your guys' thoughts on that, and how do these prices compare to a supermarket in your area?
Okay, I get that it's organic, but then have a choice. $10.99. When the did coffee get this expensive?
Run to Publix and get your ground beef for only $9.49 a pound. And guess what? Publix thinks it's a
Angus Franks, $8.19 a pack. That's like, yo, there's only 8 francs in there. It's an evil world we live in, yo.
Is buy 2, get 3 free? What do you mean? That's literally... We're poor.
We can't forget the joke of finding something on sale just to realize that they raised the price. And now just be glad we don't have to grocery shop in this place that she's describing here.
This is what grocery prices are on the coast of the Arctic Ocean in an Inuvialuit community called Taktoyakta. Things, $47. So,
you serious? You know what pisses me off? How expensive our groceries are. Eggs were $3. My children have a birthday party this weekend. I have to make cupcakes. I just need a few eggs. These were in the reduction section. So this is reduced to $8.99. a giant party one. So that'll be eaten though. Oh my God, I was in Independent the other day and I looked at like 2 little hockey pucks worth of steak. $40. 40. Lean ground beef. $9.42. So this cost me $72 roughly. And I literally got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items.
At that point, just save yourself the trip to the grocery store and order a pizza. And now someone claims to survive on $140 a month, which is pretty impossible.
There's a lady on here that says she has a family of 14. She gets $2,000 in food stamps. Let's do some simple math, okay? $2,000 divided by 14 people equals $142 a month for each person. Divide that by 30 days in a month. That is $4.73 a person. That lady is a miracle worker. She's not getting over on the system. Then I said, wow, you're working miracles at $4.73 a person because I spend $800 to $1,000 a month on groceries. And then somebody comments, $800 to $1,000 for 2 people. Let's do some math here, people. $200 divided by 7 days a week is $28.57. $28.57 divided by 2 people is $14.28. I'm a miracle worker too. So when I tell y'all that it costs $200 a week and that's just dinners and eggs for breakfast, that's what it costs. That's what it costs. Where the you know that you can go and feed somebody for a day for $14.28. My God, do some math.
Now this guy is hilarious, but do not attempt what he is showing here.
I'm a Canadian dad, and I'm in the grocery store right now. I'm going to show you how I feed my family of 5 for under 20 bucks. Check it out.
Expensive. I just stopped on my way home from work to get something for tonight. And my God, it was like over $40. It's insane. Like I think about my kids when they were growing up. We had 4. So to feed a family of 6, I would go to the grocery store. I might have spent $120 for the whole week. And that would feed all 6 of us. Breakfast, lunch, and supper. And now I can't even get out just for supper for over $40. It's insane to me. I was a stay-at-home mom and my husband worked at the time and we were good. I mean, the kids were fed, they had clothes on their backs. There's no way. I don't see how a family can make it now with just one of the parents working. You can. I mean, there's just no way. Everything's expensive, and not only groceries, but housing and rent and gas, and I mean, it's just insane. And something needs to get done about it because I don't know how much longer people can go like this. Thank God I've got a pretty good job where I can afford groceries, but I know there are people struggling right now, and it's awful.
There's simply not enough wealthy people in this K-shaped economy to support the grocery stores at the prices they're at. And that's even amongst the rich that even bother to go to the grocery store. And now apparently paying a high price at the grocery store doesn't guarantee that you'll get the product that you paid for.
UC Davis Lab tested 36 brands of avocado oil. Nearly 70% were either rancid or mixed with cheaper oils like soybean and sunflower oil. 82% of avocado oil on American shelves is adulterated. You're paying $12 for a bottle of seed oil with an avocado on the label, and there are 0 FDA enforcement standards for avocado oil purity. None. There's no one checking. So if you stopped using seed oils and switched to avocado oil, you really have just replaced one problem with another.
American grocery prices are outrageous, but you want to know the cherry on top? I just went grocery shopping, opened this bag of chips, I have not touched it. Why is it halfway full? That's how much they filled the bag. What's the point of even putting it in a big bag?
My disappointment is immeasurable.
Wait, this woman found a grocery receipt from 1997, so she decided to compare every price to today's price.
I have a receipt from 1997 that my mother-in-law saved. It says that the total for 122 items was $155. So I'm gonna find out what all of this would cost today. Honey used to be $2.49. It is now $9.95. Little Debbie's brownies, those were $1.09. They are now $5.75. Coffee used to be $2.47. It is $9.43. For 122 items at HEB in 1997, that costs $155. In 2026, 122 items cost $504.
Now, is this inflation or straight up robbery?
Inflation or robbery? Let's just imagine you had invested in things like coffee from 1997, which is a nice way to prepare yourself for what we're going through today. And next we have when the prices at the superstores aren't so super anymore.
When did potatoes become $7 in Canada for a 10-pound bag? It used to be $2. What's going on? 9 chicken legs for $12.50. Superstore, going crazy. What's going on? This yogurt used to be $1.99 and now it's $5.50. That's on sale. What's going on, Superstore? Even a bag of Skittles that used to be $1 and now is $4 for this if you don't buy 2. If you buy 2, it's only $3.50 each. Good deal, people. Even your no-name bag of chips is $2 now. They used to be $1. And if you want your Ruffles or your Cheetos, you're looking at $5 or $4.50 when it's on sale. Good deal, people. Come to Superstore. Get ripped off easier here.
$7 for 10 slices of cheese? I need to get the out of the US.
I'm looking for some ground beef for my lasagna and also for my spaghetti. I found the ground beef. Why is it $30?
$5.99 for a regular sized bag of Doritos. Are you freaking kidding me?
I told my nephew, go pick out your favorite juice, but
99.10.
nah, you got water at the crib. I mean, let's go.
This used to be $3 to $4. This is $9.29 for a case of sodas.
Look at this, $3.29 for a regular damn Hershey's bar. You guys are smoking.
10 pretzels in there, right? $25, dude. Go.
Yes, you can get out of the US and find cheaper prices and higher quality at the grocery store, especially in places like Europe and Asia. And now I suggest paying some close attention here.
Organic food doesn't cost that much more to make. The farmers only get about 10% more in the field. But by the time it goes through the distribution system, that's why organic food is so expensive. Here's a fully organic pasta sauce next to one that's not organic that actually is a higher retail price. That was basically the objective, not to beat the other mainstream competitor, but to have at least price parity with an organic product. It's literally the power of scale, because when you have as much scale as Walmart, you can use your buying power to get the cost down. Walmart demonstrated that it can be parity priced with non-organic product, but it requires scale, which Walmart has.
All this type of, this is ridiculous. I feel like the food not the same, the fruits not the same. I bought some pears the other day. They was horrible. I bought some plums. Nothing is just the same. A plum used to taste so good. But also I pay attention to the soap. When I'm buying these packs of soap, it's not even lasting. Because they letting the soap look like it's melting faster. I remember back in the day, you can use a bar of soap for a couple days. By the time my children, baby, that soap is gone unless we just taking a bath the right way. But I pay attention. Y'all make us use, use stuff fast so we can come back and buy it fast.
This is what shopping looks like in 2026, okay? I just got some groceries to make for dinner. This is everything I got, and it was $40. Starting off with the most expensive item was this Coke Minis. This was $9. That was the most expensive thing I bought, okay? 1 bag of chips, 1 bag of romaine lettuce, French onion dip, And this is the Kroger brand, which is cheaper. I shop at Ralph's or Vaughn's. So this is the knockoff version, basically. 1 lime, 1 big bag of ice, 1 bag of Mexican cheese. How is all of that $40? Like, it actually came out to like $40 and like change. How?
Well, a lot of the problem starts hundreds or even thousands of miles away through the transportation, which then makes the companies jack up the prices to remain profitable. Thanks for watching, and check out the links in the video description and the video right above me.